How can I save those settings? I changed it to show earnings dates and red and green volume on the bottom. Oh, really? I didn't even know you could put volume on the bottom. But every day when I log in, it resets to blue volume bars and no earnings. Definitely check with Vim on that. That sounds really deep in the system, and they'll be able to help you. They're amazing. They're really good. They get great tech support. That's one thing they are very good at. Okay, I'm going to refresh the Market Chameleon, see if there's anything else. Radar. Yeah, I had Tom Z up, but I took it off. Tom Z is back, huh? Man, I just took it off. Why? Look at that. I must have just took it off right before it spiked. Minutes ago. Yeah, that's exactly when I took it off. All right, good. Thank you. Let's add that to the bunch. Tom Z and Jerry Z. Ba-dum-dum. And did I bring up GCP? Yeah, I think that was too low volume. Yeah, that's right. CYTH. Tom Z. Cold VYNE, ARDX, DWAC, lithium, only up at 2.8%. And there's Baba up 1%. You're in Germany. Okay. With your dad, Tom Johnson, live with you this morning. All right. Good morning, Tom Johnson. You made a good kid there. Highly interested in doing the right thing with money and learning how to be careful whilst doing it. That's the more important thing. But desire number one, passion, desire number one is real. That'll drive her for life. And then number two is learning how to be careful. All right, we've got, let's see, 24 minutes to the open. All right, let me get my TikTok set up here. I am still on TikTok. Guten Tag. TikTok's awesome. All right. Right, technically live on TikTok. All right. So in just a second, I'll do a little market overview. But things look, I want to say things look promising. General. Now, CFVI, by the way, while we're waiting, the baseline breakdown would be basically 14. Okay, so as long as we hold 14 on CFVI, it can be worth a risk of getting in like around here. Like if you're going to get out at 14 or 1380, for example, to add 20 cents, that's only 50 cents of risk. So this is like a nice low baseline moment to take some entry on CFVI preemptively, maybe 0.25% risk or 0.5% risk, to start to get some good dollar averaging on a position in there. Same thing's kind of going on VYNE, VYNE, although this seems to be like a little bit less certain how far it's going to go today. DWAC is fading pretty strongly. It's been underneath of WAP ever since the first spike. It has not held WAP at all. That's not a good sign. And in fact, CFVI is in the same boat, so it's bearish. Always think of below WAP as bearish and above WAP as bullish. And ranging on VWAP as ranging. Predictions. Apple, we'll be seeing if it has enough energy to break out today. Looks like the Qs are only about at 50% retracement from their highs pre-market. So Apple is in the relatively strong category of that, nearly 90% retraced to the pre-market highs. Tesla looks bearish to me pre-market. It's been relatively below VWAP all morning. That could change though, we'll see. But if it were to break down the pre-market low, 979, that level, it ought to be bearish for the first part of the session. ARDX pulling back now on TikTok. It's eerily close. All right. So anyway, yeah, the market, we've got oil has been slowly trending up, getting close to $70 a barrel again. And we have rates up a smidgen this morning. They're looking kind of sideways. So I don't know if that's going to be a green light for tech. It might be. Sideways is good. You know, not up is good. Industrials have been trending up since near the close on Friday. They've been trending up and trending up. SPY, the S&P 500, is possibly going sideways now. So that might be where the S&P 500 is this morning or today, going sideways. But it's up in general off of the range of Friday. So trending, possibly grinding up all day today. And that would be nice. I'd like to see that. The level to break on SPY is 456. That's the afternoon high from Friday. Significant level to break, 456. If it can get over the close of Friday, that's in the mid 457s, that will be even better. As you know, Bitcoin is down in the 48,000s. So crypto still midst of a pullback. And then gold, which rallied on Friday while the market was dropping, has been actually slowly trending down and grinding down since then. So that's a positive sign for the market. So there's a couple positives on the horizon in the market this morning, and we'll see if that plays out like that, or if we get our hearts ripped out from us. We'll find out. All right. Couple of the guys are talking about ISIG. Let's take a look at it. Yes, and there goes the other system over here saying ISIG. It was at 534, and then just about 8 minutes ago, started to spike, spike and run to almost $8, and now it's pulling back for the first time. So this is first pullback. That's definitely a good spot for an entry. Is on the 1 minute candles when you get green over red for the first time on a candle after first pullback. Let me type that up and put it up here. CFVI just broke 14. Is it a tease or is it for real? I mean, it's in FWAP trend. Like I said, it's bearish. It's been not able to get above WAP consistently. It keeps bouncing down off of WAP. So that's bearish. So CFVI, it might be time to cut it. You know, you might want to give it a little bit of a buffer, but it probably is not going to run today. We'll see when the full market volume comes in. We got 17 minutes until the market opens. How do I get the tickers on the screen like that? This is Thinkorswim. And it's from TD Ameritrade. Although if you are, beginning or intermediate trader, I do recommend that you go with Webull. I'll give you my referral link right now so we can both get free stocks. Join. There you go. Good morning, Michael. Omra lap. I'd be snave nave. Snave nave. For gold, depends on what you're on, Hasty. You know, it's different on a lot of different systems because it's futures. Weeble, no idea. Can somebody get Hasty the symbol for gold on Weeble? Probably GC, but just type gold and see what comes up. It should be around 1780 if you got the right one, 1780. We got 15 minutes to the open, and someone asked me if I can check NVIDIA. Sure, and you guys over on TikTok, remember you can always check out our trading community by clicking the link over in my profile. Oh, what's this? There's this thing called a wish list here now. Wish list. Oh, okay, that's silly. Like the kinds of gifts that I like the most. Whether I like, well, actually, the gold mine, that sounds pretty awesome, yeah. Add gifts to your wish list so they can send you the gifts you like. What's the difference? But yeah, I do like gold. Gold. Because the other one is a heart and the other one is a flower. Nah. Oh, okay, I see. I can take that off of there. Save it. All right, well, there we go. Yes, I do, Sean. Here you go. Sean, let me get you the link. Here you go, Sean. Okay, now I was going to take a look at NVIDIA. Somebody requested that. Oh, NVIDIA's topping out, but it's kind of still in trend. I would just call that a consolidation period that you probably don't yet want to be in because it hasn't really formed a flag or a wedge, anything like that yet. And you'd just be wasting your time, your money time, your time value of money by getting in now. However, you know, price is good. Price is good here at sub 300. And if NVIDIA is going to continue, we don't know when that's going to happen. It could be months from now. So you're going to lock up your money. And you can get out on a breakout. So wait for a consolidation pattern to form. It's topped, you know. Certainly you can take your money off the table if you already have some in it. This morning for phase 2 CYTH Alzheimer's treatment. I need that. Alzheimer's treatment. Yeah, I had CYTH up. There was a reason why I took it off. Let's see. Oh, because it fully faded. Yeah. I'll keep it up, but I'm going to keep it way in the corner. It's just like a miracle move would need to happen. Okay, so ISIG, if you got the first green over red on the 1 minute candles, I believe your entry would have been 7.5 with the risk to about 720. Did anybody get that? Jamal says, I picked the worst possible day to quit amphetamines. Hey, Elliot. Welcome back, man. Well, that too. The ATR indicator, dude, it's a very complicated one. It's premium. I paid a lot of money for it. It costs a lot of money, but that's the way it is with that. You're talking about how it tells you the ATR for the day, and then it also auto adjusts based on the trend where it ought to max out on the day. That particular indicator, is that right, Justin? Yeah. So it is in my amazing indicators link off of my link tree. Let me give you that. But I forewarn you that it's priced kind of on the premium side. But it's those indicators over on my amazing indicators links are incredible. Yeah, prepare for your price. It's not $9.99. I'll tell you that. Jesus, that would be insane. But it's hefty. It certainly is hefty. All right, SPY is coming up to test that 456 afternoon high level Friday. And there it is. It's breaking through. That's a good sign before the market opens. And we're seeing that across the board. I'm seeing gold dropping and the Qs rising, industrials rising, and SPY rising. Things are looking pretty good about 10 minutes before the open. Elliot gets in my TikTok, and all of a sudden we have hundreds of more people watching. Hello, everybody on TikTok. My friend and administrator of our trading community, Elliot, is in here, and say hello. And if you're interested in checking out our trading community, just click the link in my bio. You got to go over to my profile, and there's a website link there, and you can come check it out. In fact, I'll give you the link right now. If you want to find out about that, it's free to join. Let's see. There. I don't know if that link doesn't, it'll get you there. It'll work. There's Mark G. Hello, buddy. Are you on your boat? Is that why you're on the phone doing the TikTok thing? All right, we have 9 minutes until the open. You are? I'm on VIP too. It's just I used to be on the boat, but now I'm on the boat too. Funny how that works. All right, you guys, anything new popping up here? Because CFVI is crapped out before they open. Tom Z has crapped out before they open. ISIG is not pushing before they open. ARDX has crapped out before they open. DWAC is fading out before they open. ACET is holding. Apple is about to break out. 164.25 would be the breakout on Apple, with risk to about 163.50. So 75 cents of risk per share over on Apple. Yeah, there's nothing going to happen on Taco. That was a buyout for $12.50 a share. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be bought out for $12.50 a share. So that's exactly what price it's at. Okay. And then we're also looking at fun. And then, yeah, I got CYTH fully faded. I'll label that up. Yes, you're welcome. What direction do I think Pfizer will go? I mean, you have to kind of remind yourself that if you don't even know the answer to that, what the fuck are you doing, right? Like, what are you doing? You might want to have an idea of what direction something's going to go in order to trade it. You might not want to be trading that one if you don't know that. And then fine if you're wrong, but at least know that. It looks like it's consolidating, so anybody's guess. Yeah. We're just making fun. Lulu and Avgo for earnings play win after the bell today. Let me take a look at Bitcoin. I mean, I'd say it's a good buy here. Keep buying in every 5,000 it drops. Stop spending all your money. Save money. Buy in slowly. Gotta go. All right, all right, later, man. Okay, we've got 6 minutes until the market opens. ARDX is starting to come back up again. So far at this moment, if ARDX were to break 174, so 175, you could get in for about 12 cents of risk, and you'd be looking for 24 cents a gain at least. What do I think about Zillow? I think they're in a lot of shit. I think they're in a lot of trouble. And I think the chart reflects that. And probably they'll be worth $5 or $10 in a couple of months. But I'm not going to bet on that. I'll go after something that's a little more certain. Five minutes and 30 seconds to the market open. CEI, really? Look at CEI, all right. Now, looks like crap. It's over on CEI. F sell, somebody says. Yeah, looks like it tried to get hyped up and failed. Not bad, not too bad. We already lost 1,000 on CFVI today. DWAC, we're watching it, but it's fully fading this morning. Ethereum, pretty much the same as Bitcoin. Nice to see the market coming all the way up to 456 before the open. That'll definitely be a great place to platform off of, and we'll see if it holds support there. YVR signs definitive agreement to acquire IGMS TV. Okay. Am I in SPY calls with you? Maybe, but no. I'm in SPY. I have some SPY puts, but I'll probably release those today, depending on how the day starts moving around. I have a lot of market trades on right now, managing my portfolio, kind of like driving it along this treacherous pathway that we've been driving through. Like last week was just maddening, just crazy. Up, down, up, down, up, down, expanding. You did? Wow, good job. That took a lot of bravery. My fingers are crossed for you. And I definitely want the market to go up, even though I have SPY puts, but that's okay. I can just close them out. I bought a bunch of arbitrage puts. That's what I was working on Friday. So I have a bunch of free puts, which I cannot lose money on. And but in case the market crashes, they're there for me as nice little gifts. Arbitrage puts. I'll probably cut that little lesson up and put it on the Market Mastery this weekend, hoping. All right, we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to the market opens. If you guys want to learn more about my trading community, you just got to go click the link in my bio and come check it out. It's free to try. You have 10,000 in UCO, so oil, and I don't know what $10,000 means. Okay, like when Tesla or anybody says like, okay, we just we've driven 1 billion miles. It's like, and you need some kind of a relative metric to figure out if that's good, bad. Are you going slow? Is that slow? $10,000 on UCO. You should say like, okay, I have 10% of everything, all the money I have in the entire universe on UCO, you know. Then I can go, oh, okay, now I know that you're over risked a little bit. I don't know if you're a millionaire. I guess you're a TikTok millionaire. All right, 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Am I leaning to Jackson? Let's take a look at that shit. Like, oh, you actually asking Mark? Let's take a look at that in like a little bit later, in about an hour or 45 minutes. Ask me again if you're still around. I'll give you my thoughts. Yeah, TikTok millionaire. 55 seconds to the market open. How do you pick a stock for a wash sale for taxes? Man, you're going to have to go in a little more detail on that so I kind of know what you're thinking. All right, 30 seconds until the market opens. Bought at 14.56. Already lost. You bought at 14.56. And look at CFVI bouncing back now. It's just it's very tough to trade and probably bearish. You don't want to be long on something that's bearish unless you're a super scalper. All right, 4 minutes to the open. Seconds. And there it is. Okay, Apple is pushing up and over 164.50. There goes Apple for dollar of risk now. It's getting away from you. Apple starting to go. Get bought up at the open. Dollar of risk. Stop is 163.50. It's already at 165 now. It's up like 70 cents on the open already. SPY shooting up a little bit. The Qs also doing the same. Okay, we have CFVI. If it can get over 15, if it can get over 15, that's a good sign, and you would get in for $1.50 of risk on CFVI. ARDX, no, I'm sorry, that's SPY. Never mind. Nope, never mind. Hold on that. Okay, watching the market, a little spike up there at the open, and now we're pulling back underneath 456 level, almost just as hard. Watch out, watch out. Apple doing really well. Hopefully you took some profits at 165 and 165.50. Those are the two, those are the profit points on Apple. We tend to take them every 50-cent level, underneath every 50-cent level. All right, CFVI did poke up above 15, so that did create an entrance again for $1.50 of risk on CFVI. Industrials hanging in there and trending up, but now the Q is pulling back the hardest of all, and then SPY somewhere in the middle. So a little bit of a grind down on SPY. And here goes Tesla. Like I said, if Tesla breaks 979, that's going to create a entry to the downside. That'll be a pre-market breakdown. CFVI following through. Take profits underneath 1550 on CFVI. Make sure you take your first profits underneath 1550 on CFVI. We hit 1548 on CFVI. VYNE, yeah, not really seeing enough energy on VYNE. Apple really doing well. BZFD halted. All right, let's pull that up. CFVI pulling back to about 15 now. Make sure that you've got your stop set to break even if you've already taken some profits. FD. Very little volume, but it's halted to the upside. So we'll keep an eye on that for the next few minutes here. IVR is not doing much of anything, so I'm going to take that off of our watch list here. Is Lucid a buy? We'll check in a little bit. And there's the breakdown on Tesla. You got to figure like $10 or $20 of risk on your entry. Hopefully you did. 979. We're already at 965. $15 down already. BZFD is already trading out of the halt, and it is halting to the downside. So you don't want any part of that. So removing that off of the high-speed setup. Well, it could have been a SPAC or something like that, RJ. Sometimes those can trade like normal stocks even. The Q's dropping rapidly. The Q's breaking down, as a matter of fact. The Q's breaking down, but rates are down. There's nothing alarming there. Oil dropping and energy dropping, but not precipitously. Industrials just pulling back, but SPY going about as negative as the Qs. Pretty strong pullback on SPY. So the Qs breaking down. Let me take a look at that on the daily chart because there's going to be some key levels there. All right, the Q's about to break down. Not a good sign. Lows, 378.90. 378.90 is the lowest low in the last few months. 378.90, and that's the level to break. That will be a breakdown, considered a breakdown on the Qs. 378.90. Right now, SPY is having a chance to bounce off the close of Friday. Happens. Yeah, KR entry for long would have been 43.75. It's already halfway through the move, so kind of that ship sailed. Brutus, you should have been in it earlier. 43.75. There's no way. There's zero way to answer the question: should you hold or sell Shiba? It's completely specific to you. Like, are you in it for a week? Are you in it for a day? Are you in it for a month? Are you in it for a quarter? Are you in it for a year? Are you in it for years? It's impossible for me to answer that question for you because I have no idea what your goal is with it. RAAS, everybody says, check out RAAS. Let's see. Hey, yep, there's definitely some movement on RAAS. CFVI is completely crapped out, so we'll take that off of our radar. High-speed setup. RAAS volume is not super strong. And what is the float on that? Anybody who's looking at it? Mark, I think he was joking. Like we were joking at that time. I don't know. It might have been Emma or somebody. I don't remember. Full breakdown on CFVI. The Q's bounced, but it wasn't real promising. Apple's rising. Apple's still rising. It's going completely against trend. Whatever reason, everybody believes in Apple and is putting their Apple's the new gold. It's like where you put your money while you're waiting. Good morning. No, I don't think DWAC long is quite the trade yet, but it does depend on what you mean by that. Whether it's for the day, a week, a month, a year, years. Yeah, we called 979 breakdown on Tesla. 979. Not quite sure what you're talking about. People, Dondrell, Jackson, who's talking to who? But you guys are having a conversation about that, I guess. Okay, so SPY is bouncing off of Friday's close. The Q's bouncing off of Friday's low. So the Q's acting very weak. However, Apple doing just great. Like seriously, it's like Apple's the new gold. All right, there goes RAAS. You could get first pullback entry right there, green over red at 319 for like 10 cents of risk. So it's a question. Is it best to say breakdown on Tesla is 943 or 977? Well, Dondrell, can you type your question a little bit more clearly? Because I'm not sure what you're asking. CFVI, yeah, it's been below VWAP all morning. Same with DWAC. Same with TOMS, ISIG. The only thing that's above VWAP right now is RAAS. So you have 10 cents an entry to your stop on that right now. Green over red. First pullback entry for day trade. Tesla is still short. Depending on if you've been taking profits, as you should have, every $5, you need to get out at your break even. There goes RAAS, making more progress. The breakout could be soon. You want to wait to the confirmed breakout moment. That'd be at 325 or about 15 cents of risk. On 1025, Tesla hit 943. On 1115, it hit 977. Wasn't sure which one to use to confirm breakdown. Oh no, for breakdown, I'm using it was pre-market low today. Pre-market low 979. Which looks like it happened to be coincidentally roughly the same point that was on November 15th. Yeah. Turning out to be a significant number. Tesla's above WAP now, so could be ranging today. Or if it starts to head back down here, then that's a failure of WAP and a reconfirmation to bearish. And then you could enter before it even breaks down fully at 950.5 for another bearish trade on Tesla. What about Prague? Is it good? I doubt it. You know, why not put your money on Apple or something better? No, Prague doesn't look good. It's broken down. Prague is not good anymore. The industrials are just on fire. Industrials are just coming right out of the gate. Also, utilities and consumer staples pretty strong right now. Real estate doing good. XLRE. Healthcare doing good. So inflation and protection, portfolio protection doing well, and inflation. Not the greatest places for the market to be rallying on. But we'll take it. And so SPY is following suit by, being somewhat halfway between industrials and the Qs. The Qs are still bearish, but industrials are hell of a bullish. And SPY is halfway in the middle, grinding up potentially for a high of day breakout any moment now. RAAS is holding that trade. However, it did pop up to test the high of 325 and failed. So beware and be wary of potential breakdown at 317 neckline on RAAS. It also looks like the float is quite big on RAAS the way it's trading, but I don't have confirmation on those numbers. If the float's over 50 million, it's not super great. Squeeze on BABA. Let's see. Yeah, 120. 20 million. Yeah, that's in play. That's good. BABA could work out if you wanted to get in it. But it's currently like way at $5 of risk to entry. That means it'd have to go up $10 to 130 to be worthwhile right here. I don't think that's a good spot to get it. Nicholas, kind of doesn't matter because I mean Apple announcing their EV car thing, and it has re-updated the valuation of Apple. So you can't be overbought if something's now worth more. You know what I mean? There's more room to be vested now. So those stupid fucking indicators like RSI and stuff will not work in that kind of situation. I just use pivot points, moving averages, FWAP, key levels like yesterday's close, yesterday's low, support and resistance levels that are clearly defined. I don't use MACD or RSI or any of that anymore. I mean, of course, when I was a beginner, I used all that stuff, and none of it really works. Price action is king. That's right, RJ. I like the way you said that. BABA hitting 120. So now it's definitely $5 of risk to get into BABA. I don't think it's a good time to get into BABA. You should really wait for a pullback and let it develop as a trade. Don't just be like, oh my God, I gotta jump in. The river is gushing. I gotta jump in. Twitter popping a little bit. We have a position in Twitter, so that's good. That ETF KRBN has been doing outstanding. Carbon. All right, so Tesla is failing VWAP, and so now you might want to try and go bearish on Tesla before it gets all the way to the bottom and breaks down again. It's possible that it's either ranging or it's bearish, and it's looking bearish. So we're going to break down 950.5 potentially. I'm giving it an early prognosis. 950.5, a new low of the day in about 12 minutes. That's funny, Jamal. Yeah, it definitely could be a ranging day, Jamal. Yes, for sure. Got a nice wide range established on Tesla, but it doesn't matter if you get in here. You can just sell at the bottom where it's testing. Profitable trade. It's either ranging or bearish. Both make money if you enter now. RAAS continuing. Did anybody get that? So now you're at, I believe, 2 to 1. If you entered around 317, somewhere in there, maybe even 316. Anybody get that early of an entry on RAAS? Make sure you're taking profits underneath every 10-cent level. I believe it is $3 to $5 stocks. I think it's every 10-cent level. So take 5 to 20% of your position out underneath every 10-cent level. Good, good. 319. Yeah, ooh, 318. I like it. Of course, RJ got a better price. Guy has the Midas touch. He's like, why? Yeah, I'll say it. Okay, I'll take it. Didn't Docu finish its drop on a pivot point last week? I know this is a crazy question, but that is why I ask on your training channel. Didn't Docu finish its drop on a pivot point last week? I know this is could be like an old pivot point, a support point is what you're trying to say? I believe we knew that also. Yeah, when we were trading it last week, 134, I think it was. But it's not a significant level, support level. There's certainly many other levels that it could have been supported by, but that was one suspected level, 136.50. It could easily just keep dropping. Twitter now definitely pushing up to the upside. Baba, we got that pullback we were looking for. So now just need to let it consolidate a little bit. There's possibly 2-minute candle green over red going on right now over a doji right now for entry. $1 of risk on Baba. That's a lot better than $5 of risk. Getting in. Yeah. By the way, a Tesla short again, so we'll see how this plays. Worst case scenario just hangs around VWAP like this. BZFD continuing to possibly looks like halting to the upside. Went on a series of halts. Now at 1262. Let's take a look at what the volume has been like. Bees. The volume has not been crazy. It must have a very low float, but the volume hasn't been crazy. On the next opening, you might want to get in there for $1 of risk. Yeah, no, Neo doesn't look great. BZFD. Out of your short. What short? Tesla? That was not a time to get out of the short. Why do you let people know you got out of a trade when you weren't supposed to? Why don't you just be quiet? Did something right, let us know. I don't understand what the reason for telling us your play-by-play if you don't even trade well. Hey, how you doing? NVIDIA short. That's a very interesting idea. Let me take a look at that. Is it breaking down? Oh, it sure is. I think you got to. I don't know if it's going to get supported here though, but it could be worthwhile taking that risk and put your stop at the low of today. I mean the high of today. Are you going to swing this, Brandon? Is this a swing or is this just like today? You're just going to go short? Because if we're a swing, then high of the day, good stop. Oh, just scalping. Okay. What a shitty past few weeks for crypto. Yeah. And then the market for the past week. Twitter doing good. Twitter, one of our good investments. Helping out where we need it. Yeah, Mac. I mean, or the other way around. People who are up, yeah, like a lot. I mean, yeah, I have an idea of what I'm trying to articulate here, but it's a mathematical, and so a little bit harder to say, but basically give people 3 months of trading, before you. Okay, hey, BZFD. Let's get on top of that. BZFD, there it goes. Starting to go towards a halt to the upside. There's a breakout on BZFD, about $1 of risk, and it could potentially be halting around 13 right now. Nope. Okay, we're pulling back. Good. We're getting another. You can get another fill here around 1230s. Boy, the spread is pretty wide. About a 30-cent spread. Oh, this is the strongest volume it's had yet to the buy side. So I think this is a good time to get in and just hang on. Definitely good for the scalpers and the day traders. There's a lot of good movement coming in here and good volume coming in. Okay, and there goes BZFD popping all the way up to 1375. Did you guys get some exits on that? 5 to 20% every 50-cent level. So 1350. And here we go. We're all the way up to 1372 now. BZFD. This one over here. And remember, at this point, if you've taken mini profits, to move your stop up to break even minimum. You don't have a lot of chart here to work with to create our stop currently. So that's what we're working with until this thing consolidates. Excuse me. Buy Twitter or no? I'll give you that answer, but normally I would not. We're already in Twitter. Bob grinding up. Already in a Twitter swing trade. From the looks of it, yeah, small buy, but leave cash on the table to average down if Twitter's not done going down yet. But maybe this is the bottom. I would just keep averaging down until we find the bottom on Twitter. I'm bullish on Twitter. Yeah, that makes sense. James, bottom of the previous candle, roughly 1160. But just make sure you're taking your profits, 5 to 20% of your position out. What will inflation do to the market long term? Well, inflation is going to make commodity prices go up. It's going to make consumer staples prices go up. Utilities will go up. Energy will go up. Financials will go up. So it's a different set of things that you would expect to make money on than you've been making money on for the last 40 years. Last 40 years, it's been tech and computers and growth, all these growth stocks. During inflationary times, hyperinflation, it's going to be commodities, real estate, soybeans, corn, coffee, the raw materials, and then banks. People who have money will be lending to people who need money, and they'll be winning. I do think the market may crash. I don't know if it would be a crash, but I think there's potential there because of the tapering coming up for a massive correction. It may show up as a form of a crash, like kind of a flash crash where everybody just decides to start liquidating because they don't want to see their positions wrecked, basically, So sort of a hot potato situation. Whoever gets out last is the fucking loser, right? And that may be something we see happen sometime over the next 3 months, is some kind of a flash crash situation. But I don't think it's really going to be like what you would call a crash. It will be, but it'll be a correction. It'll be bigger than a correction and kind of semi-smaller than a crash. Maybe a 25% correction, which is massive. It's definitely in crash territory, but it's not like horrible. So, and I think we're already kind of there. Everybody's all sketchy and nerves are on edge and we're all ready to pull the trigger. We've got our fingers on the trigger and we just need one little thing like North Korea bombs something, right? And that's it. It's over. We just need one little piece of catastrophic instability to just start the chain of events. if their bombs weren't made of Soylent Green. Yeah. RAAS doing outstanding. Who's still in RAAS? Keep taking profits underneath every 10-cent level, 5 to 20% profits underneath every 10-cent level. There was a rebuy level there around 3.33 for about 13 cents of risk. But still going strong on RAAS. BZFD, We don't have a fully confirmed retest breakdown, but if we break the level of 12.6, we do. So all out at 12.6, if BZFD touches 12.6 or breaks down 12.59, that's not going to be good for BZFD. However, it might hold it, so let's see. Fingers crossed. If it does, then we still got upside to go. Don't be too conservative with BZFD or really any trade ever. I mean, you're looking for capital preservation first, so just let your money sit there. And then when you get in something, it's to make money. So if it's not making money, get out. RAAS now hitting 341. And there's some selling pressure coming in here at this 341 level. Make sure you're taking 5 to 20% profits underneath every 10-cent level here. All right, Jackson, what did you want me to look at? Oh, okay, you're talking about Tesla short here. Well, yeah, I called that. You weren't around, I guess. I called that like 20 minutes ago. For the day, a short for the day, Jackson. I don't know what you're talking about. If it's for a day trade or a swing trade. You've been in it. So a swing trade? See, I'm still not clear whether or not you're talking day trade or swing trade. Enter today. Ask if you please look at it as currently stands. Yeah, it's bearish. About 20 minutes ago, I said that also. And then we also had a short going on at 979. So we are definitely bearish on that. What the hell? A 4-prong breakout signal. What was that? Okay, that was just SPY is what that was. New high of the day on SPY. What's the all out on Tesla short? 994. Something like that. Do you see the pivot point back there? Yes, that's it. You know, you could go magnify in and get the exact price and then add 20 cents. Yeah, no problem, Jackson. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, I see. You mean you got it. Okay. All right. We just had some miscommunication because it's a Tennessee thing. Miscommunication going on there. You know, I have another friend in Tennessee. I swear to God, it's the same problem every time, too. It's just way too laid back there. It's just everything's like, yeah, so should I, like, not to bother you and have some lemonade. That's fucking Jesus. Yeah, it's the opposite, man. It's the most laid back place on earth, I tell you. All right, there goes BZFD. It was not a failed breakout, and now you get to raise your stops to 12.6 all out, but make sure that you also are taking profits on BZFD underneath every 50-cent level. 5 to 20% profits here under 14.50 is going to be your next target. You should have just taken 5 to 20% off just below 14. Not for the second time, though. If you already took off underneath 14, you're good. Holding, you're looking for more progress. You'll be taking off underneath 1450 now. So like 1442, 1447, anything in that range should be all right. 1439 if you're not too greedy. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man. That's funny. RAAS is still doing all right. We're hanging out. We're definitely hanging out, doing the path of victory on RAAS. I can feel the trading on RAAS is really respecting the path of victory. So that could potentially grind all day properly. It's being very respectful. Love that. We love respect. You can't get enough of it. All right. Let me close one of these. Market strengthens. What happened to RLX? I think that was something we were looking at on Friday, and yeah, there was no trade on it, I don't think. No go, no good. You guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water. That would be nice. I need to switch that out for a Mexican Coke. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I just feel like an iguana when you pet it on the head and they close their eyes go back. And you're like, oh, that's there, right there. Yes. Just pet my iguana head right there. Yeah, thanks. Probably the most unique analogy. You got your tail, you got whipped by an iguana, really, when you were younger? Oh, and ever since then you've always been scared? I welcome a whipping from the tail of an iguana. I'll fuck that iguana up, man. Yeah, they can't. I'll hold it backwards, upside down. We'll cook that mother. I used to live on an island in the Caribbean. We had iguanas all over the place. They're really cool. You do catch them in Miami? You're probably not supposed to, Mark, or are you? Is there any law against that? Because I heard that, yeah, from other people in Miami that they'll cook them up. They are invasive, so they're like, go ahead, go for it. But is it illegal to say have a pet iguana? They'd rather you eat them, probably. Your mother-in-law is an iguana. That's great. They want you to catch them deep fried iguana. Poor guys. They're invasive because they are fucking awesome. They're dinosaurs. They need to become the dominant species. We're fucking invasive. We're an invasive species. Who's going to kill us? You know what I mean? And being invasive is how you fucking win in nature. We will kill us. Wow, you guys, dude, James and Jay just said, like, look at that. You guys wrote that even with the 3 dots. Us, we will kill. Oh, wow. And you even had the same typo. Oh, no, wait a minute. We kill us. There we go. I forgot the will there on James. So look, RAAS is just doing a great job of hanging on that, what I have here on my chart on the 2-minute, which is the 8 moving average. Really nice and strong. BZFD, that's a retest failure neckline breakdown at $14. Time to get out of BZFD. Get out now while you can, because the spread is pretty wild on it, and you will not be happy with your fill should the thing plummet any further. They are massive in South Florida. Yeah, I've heard that. They get to like 3 or 4 feet. They're pretty big on the island I used to live on as well. We got RAAS coming up with another consolidation wedge breakout, possibly. That will be a rebuy if you want it at 341 for about 10 cents a risk. You could top off if you want it. Rise of the Planet of the Iguanas. What's the ticker? Is it on your screen? What you talking about, Matt? What happened? What ticker? What? Huh? IARS? Was it something I was just talking about? Oh, RAAS. RAAS. We've been trading it all morning. You're different than Mac, I guess, huh? We have a Polish, I think, dude named Mac, and then we have you named Matt. Let me see what the difference in your names are. So you confused me. I thought you were the same person. Oh, no, you're the same? Oh, you're saying, okay, well then, can you tell your other same self to what the name of the ticker was? Because he knows. He's been here all morning. We have our first multiple personality disorder member. Please welcome him. His name is Matt or Mac Klemaszewski. Depending on when you meet him, it's either Mac or Matt. We do welcome all people. We don't discriminate. We welcome people of all disorders, including multiple personality disorder. I probably suffer from that. I don't even. You never know. You ask yourself. And there's Mac. Wait a minute. Come on. Wait, are you guys the same or not? Which one of me are you talking to? This is too funny. I'm Mac now. Nat and Mac. I have a crippling case of compulsive cost averaging. Oof. That can be really bad. Tony, that's fine if something's bullish. But when it's bearish, you're going to get screwed because you're accelerating your losses. So you got to understand pivot points I'm being real now, you got to understand your pivot point trading techniques because the minute it breaks pivot, the trade's over. You can't cost average down on something like that. Okay, Twitter is the one exception. We're averaging in on a fundamental basis, not less so of a chart basis. Oh, your Polish name is Makej. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Makej? Makej? Makij. 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 I'm probably murdering it. Machez. 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 Małys po polsku. Machai. Mache. Mache. Last one, Mache. Okay, very good. I would write that like this. Mache. I mean, for phonetic. Yeah. Mache. ISIG is in an ABCD pattern. Let's see. I wouldn't get too excited about it though. That's extremely scraggly. I mean, you see RAAS is gorgeous. It's just like so predictable. I wouldn't get involved in ISIG, trade tomorrow. Stop trying to find trades everywhere. That one does not look good. Try to stick to quality, and if it doesn't show up, don't trade. It doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It means you're a better trader, actually. The trader who doesn't trade is the better trader. Trader who can stop trading or who doesn't trade on a particular day, who chooses not to trade, is the better trader. Cool. Yeah. RAAS is so much better. So smooth and respectful. Right now we just had a retest. No, a breakout, but it could be a failed breakout. So we're consolidating some more. If we were to break like the 335 level, I'd be a little bit worried now because of what just happened. That re-break did not follow through. That's the pretty much first time it did that, where it came back down into the previous levels. Yeah, that's the first time it's done that. So this is a real sign of weakness now. And if RAAS breaks 335, could be all over for RAAS. You guys over on TikTok, if you would like to check out our trading community, it's free to check it out. Just click the link in my bio in my profile. Okay, good. We're getting some movement here on RAAS. That's good. Oh, respectful. The Qs are grinding up above Friday's session high, afternoon session high. That's a positive. Tesla bearish trade is over. That is confirmed reversal at 988, somewhere around there. Not really, Gabby. No, I mean, yes, I mean, I study the hell out of them. I just can't pull the trigger on them. I mean, I was maybe interested in like the Disney ones because that makes sense. That's a trusted brand and stuff. But I'm not really into playing basically these hype games with NFTs where we're getting collusion and other fake buyers buying things up to higher levels so that some dumbass will buy at a very high level. It's like the same thing as like shit coins. It's like a rug pull, I'm not really interested in getting on those, but something that's that makes real sense, maybe. I like those, but I think, yeah, you are playing a dumbass game on some of those. Like, for instance, buying real estate in the metaverse in whatever platform that is on. That is the dumbest ass thing ever, because you can create an infinite number of real estate. You can create an infinite number of metaverses, like universes. Like, unless it's like Facebook territory, it's really not going to retain value, because any of those metaverses themselves are gambles. So to be spending money buying real estate on something that's already a gamble, that's that it will exist or not in a year, 2, 3, or 4, 5 years from now. Yeah, forget it. Thanks. So yeah, you have to be really discretionary. Twitter hitting 44. Baba progressing to 121. That's really not very good progress on Baba. So nothing really going on Baba. But RAAS is doing great. Next rebuy is at 345 for 10 cents a risk. Yeah, Tesla's progressing. I don't think there's a trade there anymore on Tesla. There's not a opportunity going on there. All right, on that note, kind of a boring Monday, but not too bad. I think we had some very interesting things going on there. I'll see you in the Discord, everybody. And I've already started to take notes on what we should talk about on VIP class on Thursday night. I think the VIX, I'll talk a little bit about that. I think that'll be really cool. A couple of more things about the VIX than we did before, but we'll talk even more about. There's some more things we can talk about that. Anything else anybody want to learn? Put on the list for Thursday. All right. Scalping, no. Chris, just practice that on your own with a high-speed setup. Okay, cool. Tips for a beginner, absolutely, Randy. Thursday night, we'll do that for sure. Make sure you're there. Thursday night class. VYNE is starting to really push up right now. VYNE, there it goes, skyrocketing, going vertical. VYNE.